Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Quadragonle, so let's start with quads. Okay, let's move that S around on the right. Maybe something like STR. I usually like to do that, common letters. How about stern? That's actually really good. Okay. I'm not sure which one I want to guess. I guess the right one because it has a little bit less info about it. If I go for the one with the least amount of info, then my guess can give me the most amount of info, if that makes sense. That's usually my strategy. Now, of course, I could guess whatever I want, but I like to play in like a hard mode where I only go for one of the possible answers. Where's the E go? Probably at the end. E's love to be at the end of words. Something like S something O something E, or I even. Scope. Ooh, see, that helped the left word a lot. So we're something R-A-P-E, like grape. Is there anything other than grape? I think that's it. All right, I like grapes. Tasty. I also like dried grapes, raisins. It could be smoke. Should I just start with that? Let's start with that. Oh, nice. Didn't have to think. It's just whatever I thought of first. All right. If your grapes are smoking, you are doing something wrong. Something wrong. Okay, just letting you know. All right, let's play Fibble. Each guess has exactly one lie in it. The coloring is lying in one way. So like maybe this O is supposed to be gray, or maybe this E is supposed to be green. That's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to assume the E was supposed to be green. And then we'll go from there. We have to fish out the lies and figure out the answer. Pretty fun game. Let's see. How about clone? Okay, well, we already have two lies. So let me put it this way. Shore has a lie in it. Clone has a lie in it. That's two lies total. But also, there's definitely a lie between these O's. They disagree. And there's definitely a lie between these E's because they disagree. That's two lies also. So we can't have more lies. If we try to make this R lie, for example, then we would need to have an additional lie for the O's and an additional lie for the E's, and there'd be three lies total. So nothing other than the O's and E's can be lying, which is great. So we might use something like ELO, because I don't see how it'd be LOE. And that's the only way we're using the E and the O, which I'd prefer to do over omitting them at this point, because it can prove that they're lies. But I'm not seeing an ELO word other than elope, and that's elope is no good. Because it actually has two lies in clone, because the O is lying and the E is lying because it should have been green. So, I don't know, I see something like aloft, but unfortunately that doesn't use an E. So I think we have to basically say, okay, these are probably the lies, and there probably isn't an O or E. So we're just a word that has L second. There's only a few of those, right? How about blimp? Okay, well, we know this L is true, so we didn't catch a lie there. Ending in P is probably the lie, but I'm wondering if there's like another like L-I something P word. Not without an S, though. An M or an S. What would we even put there? Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm going to come up with something like that. So I think this is the lie. I think we just don't have those letters, so we got to try again. We could do like an LA word. We could even end in Y, maybe. What are we doing here? We could use the P again, though. We could do PLA. The P would still be lying. It just should have been yellow. That definitely has happened before. Why can't I see any word? Can't be plant because there's no N. Can't be plaid because the I needs to be gray in this case. What do I think of plague without the E at the E at the end? Plaza? Ooh, plaza would be fun. Let's give that a try. Interesting result. We know this L is true. I'm thinking the lie is that A in the middle. PLA again. But now we can't repeat the A if we do that. And I was having a lot of trouble coming up with the word before, and it's not definitely doesn't help now. So the lie could be the P. If the lie was the P, it would be something L, and then we need an A over here. So it would be like UA maybe? Does that even make sense? Maybe. It doesn't. I'm not immediately rejecting it. But I also don't see a word like L-U-A-T or L-U. I mean, it could be an A-L word with like, we can have as many L's as we want. We'd probably have to include a U somewhere. I'm not seeing that at all. I wonder if I missed an ELO word. Because basically everything's pointing towards, yeah, I've got mostly grays. I mean, I'd have to use an A as well, I think. Yeah, if I did ELO, I'd definitely have to use an A as well. And it would have to be here exactly. Because if I put it at the end, that's actually... It's too many lies, because this A would have to be green, and then this A would have to be gray, and then I'm also missing the P. So, that's just not a word. You can see that with all the ones on the right that it would be one lie per, but there's not a word ELOA, is there? No. Okay. So I don't think it's that. I think I was right about these lies up here. I don't know about the P. Like, what would we do here? This is a head scratcher for sure. So let me scratch my head. Okay. I kind of like AL better. I mean, I really want to guess something like allow, but there's no O. See, it has too many lies in clone because we're omitting the E and we're including the O. Like, I feel like we'd have to do like ALT or ALL with a U. Or, yeah, really anything and then a U. Could we do 2A? We could actually... No, we can't do 2 A's unless we start with P. And then we can't do 2 A's. So yeah, that doesn't work at all. I like the U here. I just don't see it. So what do I do? PL and then just not include an A? Just do like a U or something? I suppose so. Can't be pluck. Like plug something? What are we doing here? I just don't see it. Huh. I'm missing some case here. Can you like pluff? Okay, it accepted pluff. That makes me happy. All right. It's doubling down on this P. I think that F is just the lie. I think we're PLU. What am I missing? Can we end in Y somehow? I don't see how. Pluty, pluggy, pludgy, plucky. That's not how you spell plucky. Huh. The other option is it's FLU, and then we would have an A here. That's still not good enough, is it? If this P were lying, it should have been gray both times. Hold on, what's wrong? Why does this say 3 lies? Oh, right. This is an impossible coloring. Gray, yellow is an impossible coloring. I don't know why I didn't notice. I was so focused on the PLU. One of these Fs has to be lying because you never get gray yellow. The yellows prefer to be on the left side. So the lie's in one of these Fs, which means this is all true, which means that's true. I really think and if this F was the lie, then it should have been pluff, right? How could this be yellow if it just doesn't work? So this is our lie. There's no F in the word, or we end in F, but that doesn't seem likely. So PLU, probably no A or Z, and I'm just completely lost on what this word is. What if it was plump? I got this lie wrong. That's crazy. That's exactly what happened. I got this lie wrong. From blimp all the way up there. Wow. Yeah, I mean, everything lined up with that P should have been yellow, but actually it was green because there's a P at the start and the end. That is unlucky, to be honest. That's an unlucky situation. But yeah, cool. I figured it out. Basically because I had nothing left to guess, but there we go. Cool. That was fun. All right, let's do Betweenle. Let's start with mouse. So the way this game works is we have basically organized all the 5-letter words in alphabetical order. And what this is telling us with this orange dot here is that we are much, much closer to the beginning of the alphabet than we are to mouse. And this 11 says 11% of all words are between the beginning and our answer. And this 44 says 44% of all words are between our answer and mouse. So we're pretty close to the start, 11%. So maybe starting with C. Let's start with an early C and see what happens. Camel, maybe. Okay, so C was too far, actually. So maybe we start with B, like a later B, because 2.6%, I mean, that's significant, but not a huge amount. Let's do BO, like bound. Wow. Okay, got it in 3. That's amazing. All right. Well, now you understand how to play the game. You just guess 2 words and then it's right. There you go. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, let's play Quadragonle. It's timed, so I'm going to hit play when I actually get started. But basically, I'm going to do all of the difficulties, easy through expert, and I'm not going to shy away from hints because it's part of the game and it takes way too long without hints, especially near the end. So let's go over the game as I do easy, I suppose. So easy actually seeds you with a bunch of letters, and you get fewer and fewer letters seeded as you get up in difficulty. That's really the only difference. And then we do have hints, which I'll go over when we want to use them, if we want to use them, but I guess I can go over them now. So here we can select and reveal a tile, very powerful. Here it'll update the keyboard with some letters that are gray or that are in or not in the, kind of randomly picks some letters and tells you if they're in or not in the grid. Then here we can select up to 4 tiles and ask if they're vowels or not. And so what we need to do is every cell that has the same shape needs to have the same letter in it. And we need to make a 4x4 grid of valid words. Okay, so my explanation was about 45 seconds long, so let's get started. I mean, this could... RE something T, like this gotta be S, right? And we're also doing like SL, ST, yeah, this has to be an S. Opus, slot and opus, and then tape, I suppose. Yeah, and star works. And then what goes A something US? Like I could see a lot of words going here, like lake, lane. Oh my gosh. Is that the intended solution? That's the intended solution. That's amazing. Okay. No hints used. All right, let's do the medium. Okay, so let's just get started. If we need the hints, I'll look at them. I want this to be boat, but we can't actually use the A. The A is in use. This has to be a... I was going to say this has to be a vowel, but no, we could do BL or BR. I think BR is going to have way more words. And then this could be like rate or rage or something like that. Is this brat? I feel like brat is really the only... No, it can't be brat. Brit? No. Brat? Hold on. Maybe it has to be an L. Hold on. BLE. Blem. Blep. Blep's not a word? What do you mean? Bled, like the past tense of bleed. Bled, is that it? I don't know. This could be like dent. I think this tent works though. Is this blit? Blit is a word. Blot. Oh, blot. Blot makes a lot of sense. And then is it lame or lane? It can't be an N if we're doing an N down there. Lake. What are we doing vertically though? I'm trying to find something that works there. Same thing here, LA something E. So we need two different words. And then what's that? This is going to be a vowel, right? We've used A, E, and O, so it's I or U. I think I like is just better, but at the same time, E something I-N. Eden is the only thing I think of, and that's a proper noun. Even spelled wrong. Hold on. Could this be an S? Because I don't know what would go BLE, but test works. There's plenty of other words here for est, but blue maybe? Blue and west? Ooh, that seems better. Now with this S, does that help me? That means I don't have to put a vowel here. This could be ends. If I use the right letters, ends. And then, but what goes here? This is so close. Maybe I'll use a hint at this point because I've been on this for a bit. Remove all current mistakes. That sounds like a good idea. Let's just type lake just in case that's it, and then remove all current mistakes. Okay, so I'm mostly right, but these three just need different letters. Okay. And it's not lake. N is used somewhere though. It turned it yellow. So maybe lane goes here instead. And then is this onus? And then emus and lame. Nice. Is that the intended? That was the intended. Nice. All right. Had to use one hint, but it's fine. All right, let's do the hard. Ooh, I kind of want the crossword clues right away. That sounds fun. So let's just click that. All right, 2 down, single performance, solo. Nice, that's actually fun. 5 across, by itself. Also solos. By itself, SO something S. I can't even think of an SO something S. Give me a sec. Sows? Sows? Does that mean by itself? Oh, this is 7, that's why. This could be a W, actually. 5 across is here. I don't know why I thought this would be 5 across. I was like, that's a big number. So it's probably the last row. That was literally my whole thought process without even looking at the literal numbers on the side. Okay. Loan. Okay. And then no. And then asks. And that was very easy with the crossword clues, but still had fun. Okay, let's do expert. Crossword clues again. Perfect. 4 down. Chair or stool? Interesting. Chair or stool? I'm not actually sure what word that would be. 7 across. Remaining part. Left? No. Okay, so that didn't help me too much. So how do we get into this? I could check what are vowels. Okay, let's use that as well. So this is just the really common shapes. I want to see if those are vowels. And then, did I get this? Yeah, I got the orange, I got the green, I got the purple. I think it would be good to know if this yellow is a vowel. Okay. All right, so this is a consonant. This is a vowel. That's a consonant. That's a vowel. I mean, E is very common, so we could try E there. Let's see, what are the clues we had? 4 down. Chair or stool? Why am I seeing step? Like, I don't think step works for that clue, though. So we have another vowel before this E, though. So maybe it's EA. A vowel before E doesn't... I mean, unless it's IE. Chair or stool, IE. Let's look at EA. Seat. Seat. I like seat for that clue. Remaining part, rest. Area. This is all working. Nice. Spas and pair. Tape. Nice. I like the crossword clues. It definitely makes it easier, but it wasn't frustrating, which I often get frustrated with this game. So I liked getting the crossword clues. That's my feedback there. Even though it did end up making the game significantly easier, it doesn't have to be hard, right? Just fun. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. And let's move on. Let's play Polygonle. So we have an 8-letter word today, and this orange triangle repeats, and this purple triangle repeats, is the repeated slot. So if we did ing, that's kind of bad. Yeah, that's not a good ing pattern. We could easily do like an er, ed, something along those lines. Let's look at er. I feel like that looks better. What, could I do like an IER here? I feel like we had something similar very recently. Like readier? Does that even make sense? I don't see it. It doesn't have to be IER. I'm trying to think what to do here. What about like STER, rester? Like barrister? I don't think that's how you spell that. Darister, parister. Like an O. Forester. You know what? I was on the right track. Maybe it's Retzer? No, I don't think so. Maybe we start with... Well, could we start with STRE? Stranger. I'm stranger than you. Strip. Oh, I like the STR, but I don't see a word. Stremper. So like I could put one of them, like I could put like a S here maybe. Does that help? You could even do like an EA SER, restir. It doesn't work, does it? I could also put the T here, and we could start with S. I feel like I'm so close, but I don't see it. Strat. This one just looks so good, but I can't see the word. Could it be an IER, like I was thinking of before? Strepier? I'm strepier? I'm stredier? Stremier? Strenier? I don't know. I'm trying to see if anything clicks. What if it was like this? Sortier. Sartier. That doesn't look good, does it? How about a treester? A tire raiser. Oh no, what is this? Oh, why can't I think of the word? Dire. Okay. I didn't look at this long enough. Retzer. Eretzer. Iretzer. But I hit enter. Eretzer. I'm just trying to jog something. Doesn't look good, does it? Okay, I'm pretty convinced that one of these STs goes here and the other doesn't. Let's look at the T here again. I don't think we put the S here, so... Sure. Oh, what about THER? Sure there. See that? The problem is the S doesn't have somewhere to go. What about SHRE? Shredder. Shredder. Oh no, am I gonna have... Oh, did I see shelter? No, I don't see shelter at all. Am I gonna need to do a filler? Just because I can't figure this out. What about something like THR with an S here? Thremser? Threpser? Oh no. Threadser. This doesn't look good. But nothing has looked good other than STRE. I just don't see the word. Maybe I need to look at this some more. Strecker. Strender. Struder? Worth a try. Shroot. Shret. No. I'm so lost. I might have to just do a filler. I'm gonna do a filler just because I'm not gonna sit here all day. All right, we'll start with ST. Sting. I want to do another like S or T over here. Stint. Or maybe I can just do like shine. Thinks. How am I gonna... I want to test an S or a T over here. I need an S or a T over here. I don't need both. But I mean, unless there is a TS word there, I could do both. I want to get the other vowels too, and I want to get maybe like an H or something. That's a lot to ask for, but so like if I start with SH and I just try to get a T here, like that's pretty much good enough for a filler at this point. Shant. That's not really a word. What if I just did chanting? That's not terrible. All right, so there is an A. The T is over here. Could it be ATRE? I don't know. Or TARE. But I think that means the S is a here. And then could it be this? Reezer. I feel like I looked at this like specifically a bunch. Terra. I don't have the other letter, unfortunately. I'm just gonna guess targeter. Like all I want to know is if it starts with TA. Oh, I guess I'm not guessing targeter. Targeted. Okay. Does not start with TA. RE. Well, the T has to be here now. There's no other choice. Could it be an STREA? Oh my gosh. I thought of EA in every case except starting with ST. I'm literally a streamer. Well, I used to be. I haven't streamed in a bit, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. It's not like I didn't think of EA. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Civic. No, can't do civic. What do I do for this case? I feel like I always have to re-come up with something. Never. Never's. Oh, wait. Civic is actually good. I didn't notice that both repeat. Darn. Without the double I, it's like what's even left? Something like Reaper? Rever? No, can't. What do I do here? Seams? Oh my gosh. Sows? No? Seeps? Sears? Whoa, what's this word? I'm going through every letter in my head. I'm just going to go through every letter. T. Y. Sure, we'll do the vowels too. Doesn't take that long. Seeps. Seeds. Apparently that was a word. Better not be too many of these. I don't think there are. Oh no, well, I'm down to the last one. Is it this? Oh, okay. Polygonle and Quadragonle are put in some interesting words today, huh? Okay. Let's move on. Symble. So let's start with Blaze. Right, I promised to explain this game. So I have locked in a word, Blaze. I always start with Blaze. So the way the rules explain the game is there are two aspects. One is there are symbols that appear. They're going to be different every time. There's no pattern to it. It's completely random. But one of them means essentially, I'm going to go over this more, but one of them means green. One of them means yellow. One of them means gray. In a sense. I say in a sense because it's not exactly what you'd expect yellow to work. Yellow works a little differently. Green and gray work the way you'd expect. Coincidentally, almost. But yeah, so we don't know if the red plus is green, yellow, gray. We don't know if the yellow teardrop's green, yellow, gray. We don't even know what the third symbol is yet. And in the middle of the explanation, I need a new cough drop because I'm about to cough a bunch. All right, just give me a moment. Okay. So the way green, yellow, gray work though. So let's say you figured out the symbols, right? That's half the game is figuring out the symbols. The other half is then how green, yellow, gray work. Whatever the answer is to the symbol, I don't know what the answer is. Let's say the answer was mouse. I'm just going to fill in mouse. I'm not going to hit enter. In fact, let's do rouse because that's going to be my follow-up guess anyway. Let's say the answer was rouse. Let's say I get this in 2, right? If the answer to the symbol is rouse, the way Blaze is colored against it is it actually pretends that your guess, in this case Blaze, is the answer, and rouse was the guess. And that's why it's over here. Imagine rouse over here. If Blaze was our answer and rouse was guessed over here, how would it get colored? Well, R, O, U, and S aren't in Blaze, so they'd be gray. And then the E would be green. Now, we don't know if that's what those symbols mean, but if red plus is gray and yellow teardrop is green, then that is a possible answer, right? That's a possible situation. So let's guess rouse and see what ends up happening. All right, we got the other symbol. We got the blue star. So what did we learn from this? Well, whatever the answer is, when it's colored against Blaze, we get 4 of one color and then another, and then the fifth color is, so the first four letters in our answer. In fact, I bet I can figure out this answer and then show you how it works. So I know for a fact actually that that I was correct in this teardrop being green because I only used E again down here. And the only way the E is the same symbol both times is if that was green and it's supposed to be in that slot. The other possibility is it's gray, but there's no way. There's no way. We had 4 greens here and then a gray. Because there's just not a word for that. Anyway, and this other information would conflict with that anyway. So now that I know that yellow teardrop is green, I can just bring down the S and the O as well. Now this blue star, how's this going to work? Well, whatever the answer is, which I think is going to be horse, maybe Morse, something like that. Let's say the answer is horse. If rouse was the answer to Wordle, not to Symble, but to Wordle. If rouse was the answer to Wordle, and I guessed horse, how would it color horse? Imagine horse over here. H would be gray, because there is no H in rouse. O would be green. R would be yellow. Notice, because R is in the wrong spot for rouse. If rouse was the answer and I guessed horse, R would be yellow in the guess of horse. You know what I'm going to do? Let's do Wordle, custom Wordle. I'll just pull up it. Sorry, Asylum, this is just really quick. Asylum made a custom Wordle website. I'm using a different one. Anyway, we're going to make the answer rouse. And we'll play it. Okay, so the capture looks completely horrible, but forgive me. If I guess horse and the answer is rouse, then I get gray, green, yellow, green, green. And that is exactly what these symbols mean. Gray, green, yellow, green, green. So horse is a possible answer here. Now, the way I think about it is when I get a yellow, at least a symbol I suspect is yellow, I need to pick a different letter in that guess, a different letter in rouse, and put it there. But I'm not allowed to put anything that already is being used by either greens or other yellows. So the O, S, E are not possibilities because they got colored green. They're not also going to get colored yellow, right? And so the only option is to put an R there. So I think the answer is horse. Okay. Well, it wasn't horse, but now it's just a gray with 4 greens, right? So it's going to be something like Morse or not force. What's actually left? Worse? Okay. Just got trapped a little bit. That's right. So hopefully that makes sense. And so let's go through this. It's going to be actually annoying because I need a custom Wordle for each of these. But yeah, so if I made a custom Wordle where the answer was blaze and I guess worse, I get those colors. If I make a custom Wordle where the answer is rouse and I guess worse, I would get those colors. If I make the answer horse and I guess worse, I get those colors, etc. So hopefully that is the detailed explanation that any of you needed. All right, let's move on. I was also asked to explain Fusele. Fusele is Wordle, but every guess has a different twist, and there's random twists that can come up, and the twists are explained when you hover over them. So I'll explain these as we go. I'm going to start with the Symble answer. I'm going to start with worse. So the twist we're going to get is you don't get yellows. The only hints are letters at the correct places. So I'm only going to get greens. If I get a non-green, that just means it wasn't green. It means it could still be in the word, but the wrong spot. So I learned almost nothing from this. All I learned is that W is not first, O is not second, R is not third, S is not fourth, and E is not fifth. Those could all still be in the word. This next twist, if you've played, a lot of these are inspired by other variants, which is neat. Some are unique though. But anyway, the orange hints are similar to, what's that game called? Wormle. So basically, whatever letter I guess, it's going to tell me whether I'm correct, which will be green, or orange will mean that the letter I guessed is within 3 alphabetically of the correct letter. So I like to guess sus, and I think that's still in play. Because if we can click this button to make the keyboard alphabetical, which is nice for the alphabetical clues. S and U are just in this cluster of RSTU, especially RST, that are just extremely common letters. I really like that cluster. And sus will let us know whether each of those slots is within that cluster. Okay, so this first guess, now notice the keyboard is updating to help us. So here, we're going to get inverse coloring. Instead of getting yellows, we're going to get blues, and blues mean or work like the symbol yellows that I just explained. So it means that another letter from your guess is in that spot, rather than that letter being somewhere else, right? So this letter is near S. It's a P, Q, R, T, U, or V. Let's start with T. That's a common letter. This is not near U. So notice we can't be an R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Like we're none of these. We're also not an O because it wasn't green. So maybe I'll do like a TH. I don't know, I'd have to build this up. If I do TH, this is going to have to be a U, which it could be. Even though I've guessed U twice, this only told us about those slots. And then these two are not near U or S. I'm going to switch this back to QWERTY. I have an easier time. I think we can do thump. Oh no, we can't do a P here. Because P is too close to S. Interesting. We can do thumb, though. Okay, well, the symbol clues were all gray. So that just means they're not in the word. Here, we're allowed to guess anything except a real word. So it's basically saying, hey, do a perfect filler, right? So I want to know if this first slot is probably going to be an R. So let's try an R. Again, we tried R up here, and it might be yellow. We don't know. It masked the yellows as grays. This slot, I think P or V. But maybe what I'll do is I'll include a P in my guess as well. And I really want to know what vowels we're working with. So I'm going to use an E here and an O here because they could still be in the word. All right, perfect. We start with RE, and there is a P in the word. So it's probably this because it's probably not a Q. So let's go over this. This is like Fibble. So one tile here will actually be colored incorrectly. Though I think the answer is repay, and I think it'll be all green because we got the answer. Oh, it's not. Okay. So I think REP is correct. I think this, okay. So let's go over this twist because I have to. I'm just not allowed to guess A, C, E, F, H, or P. This is like one of the nastiest ones to get on your second to last guess. The last guess does not have a twist. It gives you the opportunity to actually guess it. But yeah, so in this one, I'm not allowed to actually guess the answer because I know there's an E in it. I'm not allowed to guess E. So that's unfortunate, but we can try to figure out what the answer is. And the lie is either that the Y is green or gray. I'm almost positive. So I think it's that the Y is supposed to be gray. Because I can't think of an REP something Y word other than repay. So we're REP something. What are we doing? Like REPE? Could we be reaper? Is that? Neither of these can be R because we got sus. That's actually nice. Reply. Oh, it could be reply actually. So I should at least try an L here. I should try ending a word in ly. I think that's good enough. Something like gilly, a word. Ooh. REP, and then the L is at the end. It's repel. Nice. Okay. Well, luckily gilly helped. Okay. Did not see repel. Nice. Hopefully that helps anyone who wanted Fusele explained. All right, let's play Don't Wordle. So it is thinking of a secret answer, just like Wordle does, but I'm trying to avoid guessing it. So let's start with kayak. And now that Q, A, and J are all gray, I'm not allowed to use them again. I have to always go for an answer. And it's telling me there are 7,419 words I can still guess out of the 12,000 something that you start with. So we follow up with xylo when that's all gray. These words are designed to hopefully be all gray. Unfortunately, we got a yellow L here. So we have to use an L, and we can't use it in the third spot or the last spot. I'm thinking most words have L second, so we should at least spend one word with an L here, or maybe starting with L. Let's start with L. Now, the trick is coming up with like uncommon letters and repeated letters. We can't repeat the L because we've already tried repeating the L, and one of them was gray, which tells us that with the L, there is only one L in the word. And so all of our answers will have one L. So we're only allowed to guess those. I'm thinking of something like limit, but I don't really like that just because the T is very common. Lipid is probably better. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so at this point with 8 words left, there's no way we're winning without undoing. But what I like to do is figure out exactly what the answer is before I do undos. And then it's really easy to avoid it when you know exactly what the answer is. So I think L is second. I think I is in the middle. There's only one of them. And then probably where our answer is elide. There are 7 other possible words, but like what else would it be? Anything LIDE. We could be glide. I wonder if there's enough LIDE words that are just weird, like flied. I mean, it could be slide also. I'm gonna try to see if there's enough of these. Clyde. This isn't looking good. Sometimes there's just random words that happen to be words. Oh, lied. You lied. All right. Well, common words slide, elide, and glide are definitely possibilities. Is there like an IL? Oh, I can't do ILD. Is there like a D something IL that I could do? Something like dwilt. Maybe it can end a word in S. Drills has 2 L's, but maybe it'll accept it. Because that could at least eliminate or tell me that it's slide. That's my goal at this moment. Maybe something like doils is a word. I know doily is. Darn. There are other words here that I just don't know what they are. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, it accepted that. It's slide. Yeah, I did a perfect acronym of slide. Now we know it's slide. Perfect. That was really lucky. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going what am I going to do? I have to at least undo both of these. Undo both of these. Okay. So I was thinking I could get away with a bunch of lied words. Now we can end with glide and elide. Is there another one now that I have more letters available? Because I could undo Xylil and just really get through it really easily. But I like to use as few undos as is necessary as a challenge. So what are the? I could guess elide. I could guess glide. That's 2 guesses at the end that I don't have to worry about, as long as I avoid the double E and avoid the G. It shouldn't be too hard. I could also do like an LODE word in it. I could an LODE word. What is there an LODE word? Now that I think about it, I could do like I could do a bunch of LOE words. I could do like clove, for example. Can't do glove. I need to avoid the G. Well, okay, so once I use the O, that's gone, but I could do an LU. Oh no, sorry. I could do a bunch of LIE words. So I could start with something like bloke. Let's just start with bloke. I'm sure I can come up with something. Oh wait, no, that E, yeah, that L and E will be green, and that's fine. Okay, and so now I can do like an LI something E, right? No, not I. LU something E word. Is there? Hold on, I thought there would be. You know, I'm going to run into this problem. I think I won't though. Flume things running out of things to put for L is what I was going to say. And now I can do elide and I can do glide, and I'll have one answer left. But that's fine. That's fun. All right. Really, I should be going for the most words left at the end as well, but this was fun. This worked out. Cool. Well, those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.